5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Welcome to How to Play Thunderbirds Danger Zone, the card game by Andrew Harmon. Thunderbirds Danger Zone is a fast-paced cooperative game for 2 to 6 players. Working together, you will each bring resources to the table to complete missions and each take a turn to assume command of International Rescue as Jeff Tracy. Along the way, a pool of International Rescue characters with unique abilities stand ready to help you, but beware, time slips away when resources cannot be found, and the Hood may interfere. Each turn, one player will take on the role of Jeff Tracy selecting resources to find. All other players will offer a resource card from their hand, unseen by Jeff, who then chooses 2 at random. If they exactly total the resource selected by Jeff, the mission can move on. If not, Jeff can swap in a card from his own hand to match the required number. If that's still not successful, the timer counts down and failure draws closer. The components. Danger Zone cards. There are 3 Danger Zone cards in every mission. They show the resources and characters needed to complete the mission and are signified by their blue border. Journey cards. Journey cards are steps within a mission and show the resources needed to complete the journey card and progress to the Danger Zone card. These are orange. Resources cards. Resources cards show the 4 types of resources available in the game: Team Spirit, Fuel, Technology, and Knowledge. These cards have yellow borders. Tracy Island cards. Depending on the difficulty you wish to attempt, you can select the 10, 8, 6, or 4 card. Use a countdown marker to keep track of time. Journey tokens. These are placed on journey cards to add complexity. Character tokens show who is involved with the mission. And success tokens. These indicate when resources have been supplied correctly. Setting up the game. This game contains missions from 7 episodes of Thunderbirds. These range in difficulty from easy to expert, with a different number of cards per mission deck. More advanced missions introduce pods, equipment, and mission support. Generally, the more cards in a mission, the harder it is. To set up, choose a mission and place the 3 Danger Zone cards in a row. For the first few games, we recommend using the End of the Road mission. Place any journey cards from the mission deck in a row underneath the Danger Zone cards, or deal 3 at random from the journey cards deck. Shuffle the journey tokens, including the Hood, and place 1 face up on each journey card. Place the character tokens blue side up for each mission, shown on the Danger Zone card, in their corresponding column underneath the journey cards, each with another journey token chosen at random face up. Place a Tracy Island card with the chosen length of mission, 10 being the easiest, 4 being the hardest, with a countdown marker to start the time. Choose the latest person to watch an episode of Thunderbirds and give them the Jeff token. Player Jeff deals 3 resources cards to all players, including himself, face down. Put the rest of the resources cards to one side. You are now ready to begin playing. Player Jeff assesses the cards, a journey card or a Danger Zone card if the journey cards have been completed, and chooses a resource that the other players will need to provide. The team offer resources. All other players select one of their 3 resource cards in their hand and lay it face down on the table. Player Jeff then chooses 2 of the team's resources cards and they are revealed. Check to see if the journey token on the card or with the character token affects the amount of resources needed. This will be explained more in just a moment. If the total on the resource cards revealed can make exactly the number of the resource required, then place a success token over the resource shown on the journey card. If not, then player Jeff can reallocate resources. He can choose one of the cards in his own hand and swap it with one of the 2 revealed cards, adding the swapped card to his own hand. Place a success token over the resource shown on the journey card. If the exact number of resources required cannot be reached even with player Jeff's hand of cards, then the countdown marker on the Tracy Island card moves down 1 space. Once all of this is done, gather up all resources cards, even if not revealed, and put them in a discard pile. The Jeff token then moves to the next player on the left. All players except the new player Jeff are given resources cards from the draw deck, restoring their hand to 3. Player Jeff will start the round with 2 resources cards. If the resources cards deck runs out, reshuffle the discard pile and use this. The next turn is ready to begin. Journey tokens. Journey tokens affect the number of resources being supplied. Some give extra resources, but the hood tokens do the opposite. Player Jeff can opt to use a journey token to support the resources revealed by the team before or after reallocation of resources. For example, this can be used as 1 fuel, this can be used as up to 2 fuel, and this can be used as any 1 resource, and so on. Watch out for the hood tokens, these count against the resource total supplied. There are 2 actions on each hood token, and more than 1 hood token can be in play at any time. For example, on this one, 1 knowledge and 1 team spirit are depleted, so you will need to supply 1 extra of each of these from the resources cards, and so on. Once a journey token or hood token has been used, discard it from the game, moving characters through a mission. Once all the different resources on a journey card have been supplied and covered with a success token, the character can move up a row to the danger zone card. In longer games, this could be a second row of journey cards. Any unused journey tokens with the character token move up to and are used as before. The completed journey card can now be turned over and the success tokens back in stock for future use. Remember, a character can only move to the card directly above. It cannot change from their designated mission column. Once all parts of a mission have been successful before the countdown marker hits 0, congratulations, you have won. But if the countdown marker runs down to 0 before this, then you have lost. Better luck next time. There is only 1 change needed for a 2-player game. Player Jeff chooses a resource to be supplied, and Player 2 chooses their resource card in the normal way. The second card, however, is picked from the top of the draw deck. Mission support. International Rescue is a tight-knit team, and characters back on Tracy Island can still actively support ongoing missions. Add the lounge card, poolside card, and 2 mission support cards to the game area. Give each player an action summary card. Place all characters not on a mission green side up to signify that they are not active by the lounge card. Only player Jeff can take a mission support action, and only if the team can supply the resources required without needing Jeff to reallocate the resources. To do mission support, player Jeff plays 1 resources card from his hand showing a character currently in the lounge. That character is then moved to an empty mission support card. Only 1 character can occupy a mission support card at any one time. Once a character is on mission support, then their abilities can be used at any time by player Jeff with no forfeit. Check the action summary card or the instructions to see the exact details of each ability. But here's one example. If Parker is on mission support, he can be used to play 1 resources card as half of its resources, rounded up. So 4 fuel would become 2, and so on. When a mission support ability has been used, move the character to the second space on the mission support card. Once they have taken 2 mission support actions, they move to the poolside card, and can only return to the lounge for reactivation if player Jeff plays a standby for action resources card. Don't forget, more than 1 character's ability can be used in a turn. Housekeeping. Only player Jeff can choose to do this. Sometimes, if a resource is not immediately required for a mission, player Jeff can declare a housekeeping action, where all other players may discard up to 2 resources cards each and draw new ones. This is pretty much it for the startup game. You can now play the end of the road mission successfully. But if you'd like to play the slightly longer missions, here's how. Add a second row of journey cards to the setup, placing journey tokens on each one. All missions except End of the Road contain pod cards with the green border and/or equipment cards with the grey border in their mission deck. Only player Jeff can prepare pods and equipment using a resources card from his hand. Player Jeff takes his turn as described, choosing a resource, the team offering that resource, revealing them, and then either succeeding, reallocating, or failing. If the team can supply the required resources without player Jeff reallocating, then he can prepare pod and equipment cards. Using one of his resource cards, he supplies the correct number of a resource needed on a pod or equipment card, and then places a success token over the completed resource. Sometimes it's better to choose to prepare a pod or equipment card rather than use resources to move the mission forward. Pod cards and equipment cards have to be supplied in order to progress to a journey card or danger zone card. Play then continues with area clearance, shifting the Jeff token to the next player, and the resupply of resources cards. Terror in New York City and the Imposters have dedicated mission cards as well as pod cards and equipment cards. Set out the dedicated journey cards from the mission deck in 2 rows of 3, filling any spaces with cards dealt randomly from the journey deck. Place the pod cards and equipment cards at the bottom near Tracy Island. This marker shows the order of the journey cards. Place this card furthest from Tracy Island. Place this card nearest to Tracy Island. And that's pretty much everything. You're now ready to tackle Thunderbird's Danger Zone. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and if you have any questions or clarifications, check the description of this video. FAB, and good luck.